Um, so thank you guys so much for joining our coach sneak peek. Megan and I are super excited to give you guys just a little bit of behind the scenes of what we do, how we got started. Because I can tell you right now, neither Megan or I were like, I'm going to be an online health and fitness coach when I grow up. Like that was never in the cards. And I don't know if you guys saw my news this week, but I quit my full-time job to do this full-time, which does not mean 40 hours a week. It means when I want to on my time, and just spend more time with my family and my girls. So, and my husband. But what we have today, Megan and I have pulled together a little presentation. But I definitely want this to be interactive. So if you guys have questions or comments, like please hop in when you want to jump in. So let me share my screen. Also, let's type in the chat. I know I kind of said where all of you guys are from, but I'd love for you to type in the chat like where you're from and one thing you're looking to get out of today. So why don't you type that in the chat while I get this pulled up. And Megan, can you give me a thumbs up if you can see the whole thing? Thumbs up. All right. And now, of course, I can't see the chat. All right. Megan's from Cedarburg. You live in Nashville. All right. We'll let you guys populate the chat, but would love to see where you're from, what you want to get out of today, what you want to learn. Michelle used to be a coach. Yep. Went silent to be able to join my team. I love that. Jenny Suiters has a similar story. Which I always talk to the person. I'm like, I want you to make like, you need to talk to your coach, make sure this is something you want to do. I don't just like recommend switching all the time. That's not the point, but yes. Love that you guys like know what you wanted. Yes, Jenny, you're a Michigander, but now in Ohio. Sandy from Bruce, eager to hear what the process looked like. Ashley, you're in Madison, time commitment. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Okay, awesome. So really we want to talk to you guys today about how building this business can be life-giving. I like to say life-giving now instead of life-changing, but because it truly is. So who are we? Who is Team Resilient Spirit? Megan leads her own team, Team Rise and Thrive. And we are a diverse group of women, and we just want to live healthy and fit. We believe in the power of hard work, and we truly believe that through fitness, everyday fitness, and working on ourselves, we build that resilience that we need in our life to handle anything that life throws you, because life is going to throw you some curveballs at any given time. And really, when we take care of ourselves, we're able to step into that and to handle it the best way we can. Really, one of our goals too is to help women step into who they were meant to be or who they believe to be. You'll hear from both Megan and I, but we both kind of felt like, is this it? And I truly believe that both of us are living our lives as we want to, and unapologetic in that. And then we also have had such a transformation ourselves that we believe in sharing this and gifting this forward. I truly believe that this is such a gift, and paying it forward is just such a positive ripple effect that you can offer other people. So our team is made up of all types of women. I mean, if you like, name it and we've got it. We have moms, we have dog moms, we have people who have decided not to have kids, we have teachers, nurses, writers, fundraisers, social workers, executives, accountants, event planners, realtors. I mean, we have so many different types of people on the team. We have people that work full-time, we have people that work part-time, we have people that own their own businesses and other things. Like, we are just such an awesome, diverse group of women. And I love that, is that coaching can work no matter what your life looks like. Like, the success to coaching is because of who you are, not to fit in any sort of bucket. So I'm just going to really quick give you guys my story boiled down a little bit, because it's been 4 years now. But I really was an achiever. I'm an Enneagram 2 wing 3. I achieved. I wanted to climb the corporate ladder. I wanted to do really well in life. I wanted to be that mom that was like also crushing work life. um, and I did. I reached VP of marketing at a software company. I had both of my girls. But honestly, I was pretty unhappy. I was struggling with a toxic work situation that was just really infiltrating every part of my life. I was struggling postpartum. I had postpartum depression, which I have been like a happy-go-lucky person my entire life. And so to experience that at 29 years of age and, you know, being a new mom and working, it was a lot. And I was really unhappy and I wasn't like admitting it. Um, and I kept asking myself, like, is this it? Is this what I'm doing? I also was a marathoner. I ran a lot. I ran halves. I don't know how many half marathons I've run. I've run 3 full marathons. I ran all the time. And my definition of fitness or being fit was if I could run for an hour or if I did my long 13-mile run on the weekends. But in reality, I was tired. I slogged through runs and I never like looked fit. I like never saw the result. I was like, I'm running all the time. Why am I not fitter? So then I turned to nutrition and I did Whole30 and paleo and all of these other things, which they're great when you're doing them, but they're really hard to sustain. They're really hard to do long term in life in general. So when I was 8 weeks postpartum, I reached out. My best friend Megan was doing Beachbody, and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "You need to talk to my sister-in-law, Lauren." So that's how I got connected with my upline coach, Lauren Sabelka, who many of you know. And I saw her working out with 2 kids at home. I'm like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too. I started super skeptical. I said no to Shakeology at first. It's like, I don't do shakes. And I logged a jerky stick and sweet potatoes as my shake in the app, which I'm so embarrassed about now. But that's how skeptical I was. And I was like, oh, this fitness is fun. It's kind of working. And Lauren was like, why don't you sign up to be a coach, get the discount, and try Shakeology for 30 days and see how you feel? Holy cow, I felt a ton different, became a huge believer. And my husband was like, what are you doing? I want to do it too. He started doing it with me. That summer, we did 80-day obsession, and we both saw huge results, felt better, felt more in control of our life, and we were hooked. And I started sharing this with others. So really, I went from a burned out marketing executive, just trying to be what I thought was expected of me, but was really unhappy. And now I'm like ecstatic to be doing this as my job. I feel so grateful. And really just so fired up about empowering women in my life to really figure out who they are and like what they want to be and help them live that. So that's a little bit about my story. And I forgot to mention in there, I was terrified of coaching, told Lauren no 10 times. I had so much fear about what everyone else would think. And those are all things that I've worked through in the last couple of years. So if you have those feelings also, where am I going to find the time to do this? All feelings that I had and that we can talk about.
Yay, my turn. I still have COVID. I'm a little coffee. I'm sorry. But I feel okay. So I'm Megan, and I am one of the few people that Mel did not invite. I was just like, hi, what are you doing? I think I need to do that. So Mel and I went to high school together and really were not in touch after that. We were not like close in high school. So we just followed each other and whatever. And she had her second daughter right when I had my first child. And I watched her do all this with 2 kids and a busy job, while I sat at home feeling pretty miserable. So my story was, after I had my first kiddo, I work full time. I'm a fundraiser for a university here in Nashville. I really enjoy what I do, and I love the impact I have in my 8 to 5 work. But I was sitting on the couch at night feeling kind of sorry for myself, drinking a lot of wine. I like to say eating a lot of nachos, because literally like my husband wasn't home a lot of nights, and I would just like do the chips and cheese in the microwave and like dunk it in sour cream, which is still my favorite thing. But like, every night, like all the time with no accountability around. And I just remember sitting in my den, like watching Netflix, my baby was asleep and I'm drinking wine or whatever. I'm just like, I had this feeling like someone else would fix it for me. Like I would lose weight eventually. I would feel better eventually. And I remember having a night, having watched Mel, and I was 9 months postpartum. And I was just like, I think I have to do this. I think I have to change this for myself. Like I can't just wait for something to happen. And I reached out to her. I joined as a customer, just a regular customer to do 21 day fix. I got a bag of shake. I drank it. And then I kept canceling my subscription, or like pushing off my subscription. And then I accidentally got a bag and I returned it. So I was like the worst customer of all time. Because we like to joke. I hope this is okay to joke, but Shakeology is a little bit like birth control. It only really works if you drink it every day. And I was just dabbling, like drinking it here and there. I did 21 day fix, but then I like didn't do anything, just on and off. And I was probably on and off for 9 months. So I'm now a year and a half postpartum and like maybe lost 5 pounds from in that time period of dabbling. And it was almost, it'll be 2.5 years ago when I reached out to Mel and I was like, okay, I know I've been dabbling. I need to be all in. So whatever that looks like, whatever the team thing is, like whatever the discount is, drink the shake, like I need to be all in. So just give me all the stuff. Like tell me what to buy, take my money. And I joined as a coach. We didn't have preferred customer at the time. So I joined as a coach to get the discount and the team accountability and just to be in the groups and like be more consistent. And it was only a matter of 6 months before I lost the rest of my weight. Grand total, I think like 25 pounds. I felt more fit than I've ever felt, like before kids and everything. Now I've had another kid since then, and I'm 9 months postpartum again. So I feel like I'm starting over on that journey, but it's so different this time because my mindset is completely different, which is a huge thing we work on this team, of course. And I know what to do. It just takes time. And I'm just being more patient with myself. It's going to take time. And I know that. Anyway, when I went all in with her, I didn't really mean all in like I'm going to coach people, but she immediately had a call with me that was like, here's how to become an Emerald coach. Here's what you do to coach people. And I was like, okay, well, thanks for the information, but hard pass. But like 1 month later, literally like a month later, I was like, wait, so like, could I get the cost of my shake covered if like I had a few friends join us? And she was like, yeah. So I just started inviting a few people I knew in real life. I wasn't really posting videos of my workouts and stuff, but I did have a calendar, like a workout calendar that I would post each day with my check mark. And it made me feel accountable. I don't know if anyone on social media would have been like, hey, you missed a day, but it made me feel like I had to be consistent and post out there. And I had 3 to 5 people join me every month for several months in a row during that time of getting really healthy. So it felt like as I was digging into my own health, that was inspiring people. They were jumping on board and I was building my own confidence of like, this is more fun to do with friends. Not that Mel's not my friend, but like to invite people and have other women in my life who kind of needed this solution. And I was a mom and I expected I'd be attracting moms, but it turned out I was really just attracting busy working women who were having a hard time making time for themselves, for health. Many of them didn't have kids and some of them weren't married. It just was, they were high achieving women who needed a solution. So anyway, I was pretty fearful like Mel of just putting it out there. What would people think? And also when I started, I hadn't lost really much weight. So I was like, why would people want to do this with me? And I realized that was it. It was inviting them to do this with me. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm inviting people to do this journey with me, my own health journey together. Like, let's just be in together and hold each other accountable. And it's been fun to make some income from it. But the best part has been meeting so many people, traveling, going to these events and stuff. And even in the pandemic, just having all these connections with people virtually. So anyway, that's how I started. That's my story. And I am way more confident just in who I am. And this is just applied to so many areas of my life, my relationships, my other work, everything. So I feel like I try to be very real on Instagram and share the ups and the downs of my days just in general. So that feels good to be genuine. So I think, was that everything I had to cover, Mel? So what do we do as coaches? Give me the next slide. Thanks. So we have a lot of fun. I tapped on this, but obviously we work on our own health journey, our workouts, our nutrition, and we really work on learning new skills and building our business at home. There are so many calls and trainings that we're invited to that we get to jump in and hear from inspiring leaders that really helps us like start to hone into our own voices. Second, we share our journey on social media. So I post all the time because I like to, it's fun. And I know that even if people aren't joining me, like I hope I'm encouraging some people and making some people laugh and connect along the way. And I talk about it in real life to people I know. I say I'm a wellness coach and I partner with Beachbody and it's a lot of fun. And if you have goals, I'd love to help you hit them. Like I just simple. Three, yes, we run accountability groups, help other people get fit. I have a Facebook group for my team. So Mel is my coach, obviously. And then I've kind of built my own team, but we're a part of both teams and we do all these great activities and groups. And then we encourage people to just really learn to not break a promise to yourself. That was the biggest change for me when I adopted the mantra of I do what I say I'm going to do. And that includes the things I tell myself I'm going to do. I am going to do this nutrition. I am going to show up for this thing. And I am someone who keeps promises to myself. That was the shift for me, like adopting that mantra. So helping other women see that for themselves and that they're capable of that. Excuse me. Next slide, Mel. I feel like I'm at work. All right, this is you, right?
Yeah, sorry, I'm having trouble like finding my mute button. So why would you join a team? And everyone here except for Sandy is already a part of the team, which is awesome. So Sandy, we can talk one-on-one too and like what that looks like. But really the number one here, we're going to go through a couple, but the first is to be on a team of positive people who want to live fit and help other people have goals too. This is the coolest part, is that like you get to choose who you work with. If after this call you're like, ooh, I don't jive with those people, don't join us. But like we strive to create a team culture of positivity and encouragement and love. And there's this quote from the Posh Girls Club that says, having the right circle of women around you is honestly the biggest life upgrade. And I cannot agree with this more. You'll also hear this, the equivalent. You are the equivalent of, the 5 people around you. Like we have hundreds of people around us that are breathing positivity and inspiration into us every day. And you guys, it matters. It matters for your brain. We are reading the High Five Habit together as a team right now, which I can say has been life-changing for me. And you just have, like, I've been on this journey now for 4 years. I've had these moments where I've read all of these books and listened to all of these books, and they all have like such an impact on my life. And they have made me the person who I am today. And I get to do it with everyone, which is the best part. And then here's just a couple of pictures. Megan mentioned the travel. Obviously, in a COVID world, there hasn't been a ton of this, but we're going to get back to this. This is one of the best parts. I love to travel. I love to adventure. And going on these trips they're amazing because it's a combination of fitness, girls' weekends, fun, business, strategy, mindset. It's the best. So we just have a really good time. So the second, as Megan, it's kind of her story, is that you stay committed to your own results. Being a coach brings you to a new level of accountability, because sadly, we will give up on ourselves pretty easily. And I am that person. I am that person who, if nobody knows anything, I won't do it. And having this level of accountability of, I know Megan's counting on me. I know Michelle's going to get on the bike later. I know Jenny's working out, and girlfriend is how many weeks pregnant now, Jenny? 32? Dang, girl. Like, that is inspiring me to get my butt out of bed. And when I have new people starting every month with me, it's also inspiring and energizing my own journey, because it's a good reminder of, it is hard to start over. It is hard to start again. And it is so inspiring for me to see new people every month making the decision that I want something different and I want help. And so it's just invigorating for my own journey. It makes me accountable to my own health. Because of this becomes your forever journey. I talked about this today in my stories. If I were doing this for my weight right now or for how I look, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. But I'm doing this for my mental health, for my like what I know my health is on the inside, and for this team. And so really like again, when you put yourself out there, which is scary, but worth it 1,000% because you will level up your own results. Um, the cool thing about this is that, like I just talked about, you do get results. Megan mentioned she lost 25 pounds her first go around. I also lost 25 pounds postpartum. I mean, like, I think one of my favorite things that one of our coaches, Elena, here in the middle said is like, we need to stop being surprised when this works. And sometimes the fear behind being a coach is, well, what if I give it to someone and it doesn't work? I can promise you that if someone goes all in on a program and all in on nutrition, it works every single time. And if it didn't work, something is missing. They're not doing something, they're not showing up, or it could be something like sleep or water. But, these programs work. They're not quick fixes either. And, it's over time, these programs truly do work. And a lot of times too, like I think about, this is Katie Hamblin, you know, Katie in this post talked about how she didn't lose weight and she was frustrated by it. And then she looked at her pictures and she was like, oh, okay. And in a culture and in a society that focuses so much on your weight, and I know all of you have a number in your head that is your anchor, right? And that could be from when you were 20, or it could be from last year, whatever it is. We all have an anchor number that we need to let go of, because the strength that you gain and your body changing shape, you're going to see that more when you do this sort of stuff. So we get 25% off all of the products, which is awesome. We get VIP access to new fitness programs, so we get to test them. And it's just, you get a little VIP action. So the last thing let's talk about here is travel. So I talked about this a little bit, but we really get to go on fitness trips, attend world-class conventions. I have been to the most incredible conferences put on by Beachbody. I went to this conference called New Leaders Conference. It's for emerging leaders. You hit a certain rank and you get to go. It was in LA, red carpet, amazing. It was like so much fun. 2 of the best days ever. Megan qualified for that, but unfortunately it was virtual. We're going to go to NLC at some point when we have a bunch of coaches go, and we'll like treat you guys all to dinner or something. But there are also quarterly super weekend events that are local, and we get together. There's an annual coach summit, which is in St. Louis this year. We have hotel rooms. We are going to do it and go big. So if you want to go, please talk to me. You do not have to be by any means like a coach that's like done a whole ton. We have a lot of beginners come to experience this and have the energy of all these other coaches. It is seriously a blast. We put on team retreats, and we also can earn a trip every year to a tropical location. It's called a Success Club trip. This year it was in Punta Cana. Last year it was in Riviera Maya. I earned both of them, but because of COVID, can't go. We're not going this year because if you test positive, you can't come home for 14 days, which as a responsible parent, I'm choosing not to do that. But next year we're going to Riviera Maya, and it's when you hit Success Club, which is helping a couple people every month, you earned this. So there are just so many benefits. We have absolutely no fun here. We had a really good time that night. And yeah, it's just really fun to have a trip that's centered around, health and fitness and fun all at the same time. So the last part is earning extra income from home. I never got into coaching for the money. I'll just be straight up with that. I had a really, really good job. It wasn't something that I did for that. I definitely loved helping people and helping people get the same results that I did in the community and all that sort of stuff. But when I started to make money for doing something that I loved, I was like, huh, this is kind of cool. And then I got our product covered. And then, it would pay for like an extra vacation that we did or something that we want to buy, or I would go get my nails done guilt free, or maybe buy a new pair of leggings without worrying about it impacting savings or bills or anything like that. And now in 4 years, and I'm going to insert the Beachbody disclaimer that Beachbody does not guarantee any sort of income. It's all due to diligence and hard work. But I'm able to pay our mortgage every month, and more. And I think that it's just such an empowering thing. This is when people talk about dream jobs, you do something you love and you get to earn an income from it. And people are scared of this because it's different. And there's so much opportunity here that I'm just really passionate about making sure that people understand it and what's available to them. I love getting paid for doing something that I'm going to be doing anyway. I'm going to be working out. I'm going to be eating healthy and trying new recipes. Like that's just part of my life now. So I get paid to do that. I know, like, I think Ashley, you had a question about time. This business, I have built this business in 4 years in pockets of time. And when I mean pockets, early on, it was 15 minutes a day. It was like talking to friends. I mean, it was very small. Now it's more. On Team Resilient Spirit, we have over 300 people in the organization. I have 70 some personally sponsored coaches. So I'm doing a lot more and I'm earning a lot more too. So the time ratio is a little bit different now. But when I first started, it was my workout. It was maybe 15 minutes or a half an hour. I worked full time. I had 2 kids. I would do it over lunch. I would do a little bit at night. I would do a little bit on the weekends, and I would like schedule out all of my, posts for the week on Sundays. It was in pockets of time, but I will say becoming a coach helped me prioritize my time better. And I chose to work on my coach business and build something instead of watch Netflix. And there are sacrifices I made for sure. I am not up to date on all of the latest shows as I'm texting Megan about Ozark. But I'm not like, I do not binge watch a ton of TV. I do set aside like Friday and Saturday nights. Like I definitely want to relax and watch movies with my husband. But I chose to the thing that you get to invest is your time. Normally when you own your own business, you're like out 100 grand, 100,000 grand already for the location or the investment or whatever it is. You get to own your own business for $16 a month and you invest your time and you're getting healthy because of it. So from a business model perspective, it's actually kind of incredible because you do not have to worry about the product, the customer service, the technology. Beachbody takes care of all of that for you. And it is amazing. It's like you get to do all of the best parts of business, which is the coaching and the fun and the relationships and the things that you care about. And because we partner with Beachbody, they take care of all of like the business stuff. Okay, so Megan's going to talk about how do we actually earn.
Yes. Go ahead and click to the next slide. So there's 3 ways that you earn income as a coach. So when somebody makes a purchase, you earn a 25% commission, just straight up. Someone's a customer, whatever it is, 25% commission. That's pretty straightforward. When you join, I'm going to close the chat because I'm going to keep looking at it. When you have someone join you as a preferred customer or a coach, you earn the income on their purchase, the commission, and then you start to build volume from them. So preferred customers and coaches earn volume every time they make a purchase, and you earn what's called team cycle bonuses off of that. So it builds up volume and then you earn based on that. So you've got commissions and then you've got team cycle bonuses. Oops, I skipped wait, I skipped to 3. I'm not really reading it. I'm just talking. Here's how you earn. So commission from customers, team cycle bonuses from your coaches and preferred customers. And then as they grow and the volume grows below you, you just earn more off of that. Will you click the next slide, Mel? Sorry, you're doing a video. I can see it. Okay, so actually I wanted to say one more thing about that. I thought there was another slide. Sorry, guys. So no, never mind. Let's just talk about the impact. Sorry, you guys, I'm a little frazzled. Here's the income it has impacted some of our teammates' lives. So I'm the first one on there. So like I mentioned earlier, I started out just by being able to cover my products. When someone joins new with a challenge pack, which many of you joined with, you earn $40 to $50 and up on that challenge pack. So when 3 new people join you in a month, make $150, that covers your shake and some other stuff, right? So really covering your product with 3 new people each month was my goal at first. Then as that grew, I've been able to do the fun stuff, kind of like Mel said, grab a pedicure, whatever. But last year, I actually extended my maternity leave a little bit longer than I could have afforded to, and used this to help cover, our family expenses. So now it's really just saving up and using it for what we need around the house. Jenna, she's so fun. She's a teacher and she's a coach. And it's allowed her to continue to work part-time at home and not go back into a full-time role. And she says here, I'm so grateful I had Beachbody to help supplement my income to provide for her family. Lindsay, she's on my team. She's been a friend of mine for years and years. And I know she's a 3.5-year, well, almost a 4-year-old. She's putting her in dance and fun things like that are kind of extras. And also, of course, covering products. And I happen to know her husband's finally gotten really into this. So they're consuming like a lot of products in that house. And so they're covering it with that. Mel's obviously already shared so much about what an impact this has had on her life. But she just quit a full-time job because, it's not just the income, you guys, it's the confidence. It's the impact that you're having on other people that really carries you through and makes you feel fulfilled and able to, use your time for something really wonderful like this. And like she said, make money doing it, which is just great. Lauren, who is Mel's coach, she has built a team over 5 years now, Mel, 4 or 5 years. And she quit a teaching job to do this. And she talks a lot about really being able to say yes to more things without having stress or anything around that. And really been able to pursue her passion in health and fitness instead of teaching. So we all have different levels of impact, whether it's just, making $50, $150 here and there, or really growing a team and replacing some of your income, paying the mortgage. Beachbody disclaimer, you have to work hard to get there. I've had a pretty consistent business over the last 2 years. And so I have a certain amount that I kind of depend on each month, and then I'm working to grow. So when you're consistent, it's consistent. When new people join and you serve the people who are here, you serve your team and you show up for them and they stick around, you earn from that. Did I miss something, Mel?
Nope, I think it's good.
Okay. Yay. Let's do
and
Q&A.
I think too, not like, I know Lauren and I have left full-time jobs, but I want to be clear that I left my job because it's not working for my family anymore. And I didn't have to stay there. And my husband and I have always said that, like, we never want to have to stay in a job that isn't serving us or we're not loving. And that was the same for Lauren too, like with childcare. And by the time she got to school and came back and did all the things, like it just, at what point are you doing it and who are you doing it for? And what, how do you want to design your life? And I think so often we accept what has been handed to us as this is our life. And then the reality is, like, you get to design your life. You get to do what you want to do. And I truly believe that coaching has been the vehicle for many people to realize and design a life that they dreamed of. So with that, let's do, yeah, Megan, who doesn't need a little bit more money? For sure. Save it, throw it in like an account for a rainy day, or make it your travel account, like whatever it is. It doesn't hurt. So especially my 4-year-old asks for charcuterie for dinner, and I'm like, oh, okay. We're a little bougie in this house. Like, oh, there's a little 4-year-old. Hi, Charlotte. All right, let's get to some Q&A. And I want to remind you guys, like, coaches are not perfect. We are not, when we started coaching, when Meg and I started coaching, by no means were we at our like goals or did I feel fit or whatever it is. Our job is to be ourselves, be real, and show people what is possible. You're like, my job as a coach is to share me, what I love, like things that I'm doing, things that I'm reading, things that I'm eating. My tools with how I live my life are Beachbody. And so as a coach, we're not a Beachbody billboard. I don't recommend that. I like, in terms of coaching you and mentoring you, my goal is to teach you that you are the secret sauce, like who you are, and you don't have to be anybody else. But how we get there is Beachbody. Like, we partner with them because their stuff is amazing. I trust everything that they've done so far. I trust the nutrition. I trust the programs. And that's what enables us to live this life. So let's do some Q&A. What questions do you have? What do you want to ask either Megan or myself? What are your fears, your hesitations? Like, when you see this, are you like, woohoo, let's start tomorrow? Or what is like the first thing that pops up in your head?
So can I ask a question on the body? Okay, so if you enroll as a coach, I just went out to the site and they're waiving the first month, and I see that, and then it's $15.95 per month to be a coach. But what about, like I have Body because I just got my new bike,
Your bike.
So I have Body, which I love my new bike, and I love Body. And I also have the, BOD, the Beachbody On Demand. So are those in addition to the coach? So it'd be $15.95 plus the Body subscription plus the BOD. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah. So you want to think of it as two different things. Like, there's I would say the product, which is the fitness and the nutrition is one bucket. And then your account and how you're connected to us is the second. So when you're a preferred customer, it's also $15.95, and that gets you the 25% off and access to the team. When you become a coach, it's the same price. You just now have the ability to earn income and to share it with people. When you're a preferred customer, you legally cannot sell Beachbody.
Right.
But yes,
because that's where, like, if I found somebody who wanted to join like one of our challenge groups and they would buy a challenge pack, it would go to you then, right? Because I'm just
right. We would need to transition your account to a coach. And I want, like, Michelle, you bring up a good point though, is that when Megan and I both first started out, when I started out, I was just inviting people and I was, having them do the challenges that I was doing that Lauren was running. When Megan first started out, I was like, Megan, I'm running this challenge, invite to it. Like, when you sign up as a coach, we don't like give you all the things and then walk away. The point of it is to kind of learn it as you go. And we have challenges coming up in February. You can invite to those. And then you would just check in personally with that person. I do recommend within the first month or two, or the first couple of months, running your own challenge. But we have enough content to last you like 3 years. And so if you're like, okay, Mel, I want to run my own challenge, great. Here's all the content. You can, edit it how you want to, or you can personalize it to how you want to do it. But I do believe that you infusing yourself and running your own challenge is one of the best ways to start. And it's something about, putting you as a leader. And yes, Megan's right. A challenge could be a text thread. It's literally you leading a group of people through something, which doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be a text message and say, we're going to text each other every day. You get to, this is your business. Like, you get to decide. You will never be starting from scratch with this team. We have created resources upon resources upon resources, and we have a group and we have weekly chats, and we are always available to talk. Like, I want you to be successful. And you are never starting from scratch, which is a really cool thing.
Thank you.
I like that blue background, Sandy. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, sorry for the motion sickness, everyone.
I have
So
toddlers.
yeah, just a disclaimer, I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom now, so I snuck upstairs while grandma and grandpa are watching the 11-month-old and 3-year-old.
Oh,
Um,
you're in survival mode.
yes, thank you for this webinar. Um, so I don't really have a strong presence on Instagram. I, will scroll through and watch, but I don't do a lot of posting. You guys do a lot of posts, which, how vital do you think that is? Like, do I just need to step up my Instagram game if I go this route? I mean, I know
Um,
I do for sure, but I mean, like, how big of an impact is that? How big of a difference is it for you to have that social media presence? Is that, I'll just leave it there.
yeah, I want Megan to type. I want Megan to
Yeah, I can
say
chime in
her
on this too.
2 cents, but I had probably 200 people following me on Instagram and a couple hundred friends on Facebook. And I was posting personal stuff, right? I was posting vacations or my dog or my kids. Like I wasn't really posting a ton of stuff. I think it is a benefit to share your workouts. But what I try and teach people with social media is it's not all me. It's I'm showing you that I'm doing this so you can do this too. And it's sharing a recipe to help people. It's sharing, I do think there is benefit. And I will say probably the best thing is consistency. Like it could be 1 or 2 stories a day, right, Sandy? It could just be like one thing here. I probably used to post an actual post a couple days a week. Now I do a lot more. But it doesn't have to be a lot. It's the consistency of people seeing you do it every day, no matter what is going on in your life. Like if you followed me for the last 2 years, you know that my life has been like bonkers. Like I look back in the last 2 years and like, how am I still here? And being consistent with my fitness, I have had people sign up recently that have been like, I've been watching you for 2 years. And if you can do it through all that crap, like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So it's the consistency of I think of posting on social media that really helps people see that they can do it too.
And I was going to say that the consistency builds trust. So,
Yeah.
like when you first start inviting people, it's going to be people your sister, your sister-in-law, your friend, whatever. But they can still see you showing up on social every day and they'll be like, oh, yeah, you are doing that every day. And what I found is when I'm consistent, people know, like people knew I was going to work out through my pregnancy and in my postpartum because I had done it all this time before, like people trust that they trust you'll still be there. You'll be there for them when it comes to it. Like people quit this sometimes, obviously, like that happens. And so when you join a coach and then they quit, you're like, what the heck? People want to join you if they know that you are in and you are showing up every day for yourself, which means you're going to show up for them and help them do the same thing. So I think that's big. And also think of it as different purposes. Like when I share in my stories, that's for people who are like, already following me. They're already my friends. They see me every day. So I'm sharing fun stuff, sharing my workouts. I'm sharing my day. When I post, I'm thinking of that more like if someone new is here and they want to know a little something about my life, here's something to inspire them or teach them or tell them about myself. And again, when you first start, you're asking people, like your warm market, you don't have to grow a big social media following to do that. I'm at a point in my coaching business now where I would love to reach new people. So I'm actively trying to grow my social network, but I don't feel like that's necessary. Like I still have never had anyone join me who I met on the internet. You know what I mean? Like everyone who's ever joined me is someone I know in real life, even 2.5 years into coaching. So like, I think they like to know that I'm consistent and they can trust me, but does that make sense? I'm going to stop talking. Yeah. It's like different purposes, right? Like your stories is a different purpose. Yes. Reels and posts are fun and it's a way to attract new people. But all of it together is just like, hi, I'm here and I'm doing this and you're invited to do it with me too.
I think too, we do a lot of lessons and teachings on social media and, we'll have masterminds where we talk about like what's working for you, what's not, how can we help you? So this is all stuff that we do together too. and I used to work in social media, so I think it's fun. And just figuring out like what's new and what's fun, but you don't have to be either. We have lots of coaches that, like Megan said, you just start off talking to people and doing the work and saying like, hey, do you want to work out with me? And
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
really
like I said, I only posted my calendar and like a picture of my sneaker when I was first starting. Mirror.
I'm pretty sure one of my first posts was like a picture of the 80-day calendar and my water bottle.
Yeah, but like I actually remember her posting that and being like, oh, she's gonna do something. Oh my gosh, we just had babies. Like she's gonna do a fitness thing. I should watch this. I should see how she does. See if she sticks it out.
I think psychologically, humans are always psychologically, you want other people to fail. That sounds bad. Psychologically, you're looking for people, you're looking to see if people are going to follow through on what they're going to do. And so when they do it, you're like, huh. And like Megan said, like that builds trust and it helps people believe in themselves. A lot of this is like building belief in yourself and showing people that they can do that too. Sandy, I think you're in like when I say you're in survival mode, been there. And I think you're in a perfect place to, if you want something for yourself, like it's so good, especially with young kids. It's so good.
Thank you for saying that. Because it does feel like survival mode. So for me to not just have it in here and someone else says it.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I feel like we're coming out of survival mode. My kids are 6 and 4.
Your hope. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
What other questions do you guys have?
I mean, one of the things that holds me back is that I participate in a local yoga studio gym for workouts. So I very hesitant to give that up just because I do like that community and that feel of just our house not being set up for working out in well and just being able to have a separate space for that. So I was just curious on how this could work if I don't go all in on the fitness side of things.
Yeah. So Ashley, because I know you love Dragonfly. I mean, Lauren teaches at Dragonfly. So I think I like to think of this, one of our mentors, Trina, she talks about this, like when you think about eating food, you don't just do that in one place. Like you eat out, you eat in the park, you eat at home, you do the drive-through, you go to fancy restaurants sometimes. And that's the same for fitness. Like we all love fitness if it's at home or in groups together at a conference or in classes or at a park together. Like there are lots of ways to love fitness. I will say, so I don't want that to, I think it's good that you have that community. I think, having something consistent at home or following the programs is important to being a coach, because then you show that it works for you and that you're enjoying it. We have lots of coaches who do the programs that are like 4 days a week and then they go into the yoga studio the other days. I mean, I used to teach at Peter Cross Fitness. So like on those days I would be at the gym and then I would do workouts at home on other days. So I think it's a combination of showing that fitness it doesn't just have to be one thing. And yeah, Megan makes a really good point about nutrition. 80% of all of this is nutrition. And we didn't even touch on that today. And I think so often when someone tells me they have a really good fitness routine, my response is, that is awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. What's your nutrition like? Can I help you with nutrition? Almost everyone needs help with nutrition. And I could spend another hour talking to you guys about the science behind Shakeology. I won't do that. But like, I believe so much that our society and everyone in your life needs better health and needs better inside health. And that's really a lot of what our nutrition does. So yeah, I think that there's definitely room for that. A lot of coaches on our team are either own a fitness studio, they teach at fitness studios. I would say maybe like not half, 25% are actual fitness professionals. And then the other 75% are more people like I won't say normal people like me, but people that were in different lines of work who like found a love of fitness and became super happy and want to pass it along. Does that help answer your question? The answer is yes. Core answer, yes. I see Desiree on here, but she's not showing her video. Any questions, Des?
I'm not showing my video because I worked out right before this and I look like a hot.
You know what? We welcome that here. Don't worry. I'm still in my leggings from my workout this morning. It's all good.
I think the biggest question I have is like I've talked to some because I've had quite a few people reach out to me after like the 1 month of job one that I did, and they're like, whoa, you're down inches and like you were already fit before, so what are you doing? And so I did share with some people, and everybody's either like, oh, the price, or they're like, oh, you know, I do Peloton, I have the Peloton app, or I have iFit, or I have this or that. And so people are just kind of like, I don't want another thing. And I don't know how to really overcome that.
Yeah, for sure. So I think part of being a coach is that you're going to hear no. I told Lauren no like 10 times, you guys. And people are super skeptical of something that's different or something they've never done before. So part of what we teach is that to be a coach, your number one job is to focus on you and to do the work yourself. And when you invite people and they say no, you're like, okay, I'm still going to work on myself because I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. And then in month 2, Des, when they see that you're still crushing it and that you're, still getting results and that you're loving it, they're going to be like, oh, shoot, okay. I want whatever you're doing, and they'll come around. I think Megan has a really good point. $160, like there's language I can give you that, and we provide, templates and things that you can say to people to invite them, but $160 for their intro pack is crazy. Think about like your gym membership or like, all these other things that you're paying for. It is a really good deal to get the whole package, the coaching, the groups, and everything for that. But yeah, people will say no to you. They will come around. People sign up with you because they trust you and they know that you love it. And you do have to have some perseverance in that. But honestly, I teach this lesson all the time. Like, people will match your confidence. And if you have the belief and you're loving it, the right people will come around. And I'm going to call Desiree out here. I looked back and I invited Desiree my first year of doing this, you guys. She joined me in December of 2021.
I think you asked me so many times and I'm like, no. So I was one of those people that I was like, no. Life was always just, it wasn't the right time. I don't know. Yeah. But I am happy that you kept pushing. Like you kept checking in and no, and I am even down to the shakes, you were like, hey, how are you like no shakes? And I was like, oh man, I don't like them. And then I started blending them like you told me. And I was like, oh, these are so much better. I'm like, wait a second, these are really good.
But I think that's just a lesson in, like, if someone tells you no, it's because of what's going on in their life, right? It's not necessarily it's not because of you. And you just have to have this like belief in this patience. Like, honestly, I knew Desiree would love this. And so I was like, okay, I'll keep letting you know about my next group. And I did for like 3 years. And now she's happy with it. So, and again, like, when you're a coach, some of this mindset work is hard, but doing it together as a team, working on our businesses together, it's the best. And these are the sorts of things that we talk about. Or, if someone says something really mean to you, which may happen, we'll talk about it and we'll rally each other up, because the internet can be a mean place. It's an amazing place and a mean place sometimes. And we build the resilience and, remember our whys and keep that in the forefront so that stuff doesn't matter as much. But I can like 100,000% you guys tell that this is worth it. And I'm so excited for this year, and I am building like a rock star 2022 team. And it would be so awesome if you guys were a part of this and if we did this together, because I think you will have an amazing year. And it will be so fun as a team. So we were number 300 and something last year in all of Beachbody and like all of 450,000. And we're a 2-time premier, which means we're just consistent in what we do and helping people. And I think this year we can be like a top team, which I think would be really fun and really awesome. So we are close to time. I would love to connect with each of you guys after this. And because we didn't really talk about how you get started. Sandy, I will talk with you one-on-one because everyone else is already a part of the team. But really the basics is to get set up with an intro pack, and then finding 2 friends to do this with. And then I will help you with all of the things. Oh, and we get to draw some prizes. Megan, I know you have to hop off, so you can if you want to, but I'm going to, see you in St. Louis. For everyone that is live today, I am really quick going to do a wheel decide, and I'm going to share, raffle off what's called a weekender, and it's this really cute pack of all of the best Beachbody stuff. So let me pull up a wheel decide really quick. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything else they want to share? Okay, we got Jenny, Michelle, Ashley, Sandy, and Daz.
No, Michelle, you don't have to do anything else with your body or bod. And Val will just get you set up with a coach account. You know, are you preferred customer right now?
I am.
Yeah. She'll just get you.
And when you, Desiree just did this, when you upgrade your account from PC to coach, there's no fee. Like it's a $40 fee normally, but the first time you do it, there's no fee.
Yeah, it says, I'm at the sign up. I mean, I'm at the almost to the click.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, and it's the same price. It's $15.95 either way. So it's like, why not try it, you know?
Is this a record if like we have a coach like sign up on the call?
That's so great.
So yeah, I'm at the submit your enrollment, complete my enrollment.
Do it.
Okay, I did it. Going through the shipping.
This is awesome.
We'll give it a try again. We'll see if I can get a couple people to join me this month. And
yeah. Well, let's chat. We'll chat, Michelle. All right, and the winner is Desiree. I will be mailing you a weekender pack, my dear.
Well, that's exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. They come in these really cute bags too that I use all the time. Guys, thank you so much. It was so great to see all of you and to hang out. And let's connect afterwards and help you get started on the right foot, okay?
Mel, just as a quick note, I know everybody's leaving, but I changed my email address to my personal email, so you might see that reflected. So I'll send you an email as well with that. But it's official. Awesome. My order is in.
Awesome. Thank you. Congrats, Michelle.
It was awesome seeing everybody.
That's so awesome. Way to take action.
Mel, can I steal you for 2 minutes?
Yes, let's hang on this line. Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.